Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining today for the Better Business Bureau right here in Southern Wisconsin, our friend Tiffany Schultz. Tiffany, welcome back to the show. How are you doing?
I'm great, getting ready for back to school.
Yeah, you've already informed me that you already did your back to school shopping. Meanwhile, this guy is hoping his wife did the back to school shopping. But if he didn't, okay, I will go and do it as well. But it is back to school, and we're probably going to hear, go early, but we'll talk about that tip when we get there. But back to school stuff has changed a lot over the years, and especially with the pandemic, there's been some significant changes on supplies that you need and everything else. But overall, there are still some great things that you can do to stay ahead of the game and be ready, so you're not like this guy who didn't do the back to school shopping yet and might not be able to get everything that the daughter needs for first grade.
That is my first tip, to shop early. Supply chain problems are still out there. We're talking about supply chain issues, possibly for the electronic items that your child may need, not the markers and the crayons. There's plenty of those. If you have an elementary school student, you're probably okay going a week before school starts and, even the day before, if that's what you do. But if you are shopping for those bigger ticket items, you're going to want to shop early. You're going to want to plan ahead in case you can't get exactly what your child needs.
I see too that the spending, you're saying back to school spending for a household, they could expect to spend upwards of $864. And then the college student, I expect it to be high, but dang.
The National Retail Federation has released those numbers that consumers are not pulling back on back to school shopping. They are cutting in other areas, but they are still moving full-fledged ahead with back to school shopping. And these numbers are not adjusted for inflation. So we're going to be seeing families spend probably upwards of those numbers. And when you think about it, what really drives those numbers, especially in the elementary school age, high school kids needing those electronic devices. A laptop alone can cost $800 and some dollars. So families are spending, and they're spending a lot to get their kids back into the classroom.
Absolutely. And there's been plenty of budget cuts and everything else out there. So things get tighter and things get more expensive. It puts a strain on everybody. So be prepared for that, certainly, as you're going through this. But this goes into the next tip here is when doing your research. And we talk about this on so many different levels, but when it really comes to those big ticket items, you really want to do your homework.
Research. Again, with those big ticket items, you're going to want to shop around. Who has the best deal? Compare warranties, compare sales, compare the product itself. If one product offers a 1-year warranty, but one offers a 3-year warranty, or maybe you have the opportunity to upgrade your warranty, you're going to want to know that up front. And if the deal sounds too good to be true, it probably is. If you're looking at an $800 laptop and somebody is offering it for half price, you want to question why. Why are they offering it that? Is it because it's a scam? Is it because it's a refurbished model? Really read that fine print to find out what you're buying, because a laptop is likely going to take your child through their middle and high school years, like 5, 7, 9 years. So you're going to have that for a long time. You want to buy a good product, but you don't want to break the bank.
Yeah, absolutely. Next one, and again, I think really has been pushed with the pandemic, is upgrading your internet. And we probably wouldn't have talked about that, as much, but now with so many things being done at home, that is a must when you're talking even back to school.
People are working from home. College students who are heading back to class, if they're not living in the dorm, are they living at home? Are they having online classes? You have to take that all into account. Jeremy, before we came on today, I told my son, you cannot use the internet right now because I'm going to be doing a TV interview. So it's very important that you get the speeds that you need, especially if you do share your household with multiple people who are working from home and doing school from home.
Yeah, it's so important. And that's not just calling the company too. You can check on your routers. You can check on a whole bunch of different things. So definitely do some research in that area as well. Asking for discounts. That's an interesting one here, but definitely there are some discounts to be had out there.
While you're out shopping, there are discounts, possibly at retailers that don't offer discounts. If you have a .edu email address, you sometimes can get a discount, sometimes with a student ID. And one of the things that I do when I'm out shopping in a retail store and I find something I want to buy is go online. Are there online coupons available? Can I sign up for a promotional email to get a discount? That 15, 20, sometimes even 30% will save you some money when you're shopping, especially if you're spending these dollars, like 800 some dollars to send your child back to school. Every dollar adds up.
Definitely does. Another way to save some dollars is buying in bulk. You like 300 boxes of Kleenex.
How many times have we gotten the list from the elementary schools and they need all these paper products, paper plates, paper towels, hand sanitizer. Those things can be purchased in bulk at our neighborhood club and split with other parents. And you can really save some money if you get a pool of parents who are willing to go in and buy in bulk and split the order.
Yeah, that's big these days, especially. There's plenty of bulk stores in our area that have those different products that could help save you some dollars for sure. And finally, if you're shopping online, which we know a lot of people are going to be doing that again this year, it's still a great time to consider some of that online safety stuff as well. And well, of course, back to school, there's going to be ads that are going to try to trick you a little bit too.
When we're browsing online, there's all kinds of ads that hit us, and they're called clickbait. Some of them are legitimate retailers that want you to buy their product that are advertising because you have searched a product that's similar. And other ones are scammers that are out there and they want to drive you to a fake website that may look real, but it's not. So before you shop online, you want to make sure that you're shopping a legitimate website. I always like to head to familiar websites that I know and that I've ordered from in the past. But if it is an unfamiliar website, you want to order from them, there's some things that you can keep in mind. First of all, you want to check for a lock symbol up in the website address bar. Does the URL start with an HTTP or an HTTPS? That S is going to stand for secure. Look at the website. Is it free and clear of spelling errors and grammatical errors? A professional website will always be free and clear of errors. Look for contact information. It should have an address, a phone number, an email address. Google the address. Where does it go? Call the phone number. Does somebody answer it or does it go to a dead line? And finally, read that privacy policy. What is the company doing with your personal information?
Yeah, and again, you think, well, I know that. Well, people are still getting scammed out of those things over and over and over again. So you gotta take it serious for sure and do some of your homework. All right. Well, I am sure you're filled with a whole bunch of other tips out there. And if people want to learn more about any of the stuff we talked about today or this week, how can they learn more?
Head on over to bbb.org.
All right, Tiffany, thank you so much. Great information as always. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks for having me.
You bet. Tiffany Schultz, Better Business Bureau. Like I said, check out the website, bbb.org, for the latest and greatest on information, not just scams. They got back to school tips too. Just saying. All right, we'll take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Pittsburgh.